guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, as you can tell, I'm going to be doing a assumptions video. I actually already did one over a year ago, so I'm doing a part 2, and I spiced it up by doing a mukbang. So here I have a shrimp tempura roll, I have a tiger roll, and then spicy noodles and sriracha and Coke. I actually wanted Thai tea, but the place I went to didn't have Thai tea, so I have to drink some Coke. But before we get started on today's video, we do have a sponsor. Today's video is sponsored by ExpressVPN. Did you guys know that sending data over an unencrypted internet connection is like sending a postcard? Your message is wide open for the mailman and other nosy people to see. You can avoid all of that though by using a VPN, which stands for a virtual private network. What this does is it creates a secret tunnel between you and your device and the internet. So basically, a hacker connected to the same unencrypted Wi-Fi network can steal your personal information. And also, I know a lot of you guys are like into conspiracy theories, and everyone, including me, thinks that the government is watching us. So ExpressVPN can actually stop the government from watching you and knowing your location. Governments, large corporations, and websites constantly surveil you, and ExpressVPN puts a stop to that by encrypting all your data and hiding your location. ExpressVPN also gives you unrestricted access to all parts of the internet. Now that we are stuck at home, ExpressVPN allows us to expand our entertainment selection. It allows you to change your location so you can watch movies and shows that are not available in your country. So basically, if any show or movie is blocked in the United States, you can reroute that connection to another country and unblock all those movies and shows, which is perfect for everyone that's staying home right now. I personally use ExpressVPN to unlock movies and shows from other countries so I can watch them freely, and because I have a lot of time in my hands right now, so it is extremely helpful. If you also want to do this just like me, you can find out how you can get 3 months free by clicking the link in the description box below, which is expressvpn.com/blancaj. Again, that link is expressvpn.com/blancaj. So go ahead and click that link in the description box to get 3 months free of ExpressVPN and stop the government from watching you. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and get started on the assumptions. You guys sent them through Instagram, so let's get started. I'm gonna get a little bite of this because I'm starving, so let's see. I haven't had these in a long time, and I made sure not to put a lot of the spice in it. Oh my god. I didn't put that much in, but it still has a kick, and holy crap. Okay, the first assumption is by Life with Mari Carmen, and she assumes you were popular in high school. I was not popular in high school, and yeah, I didn't peak in high school. The next assumption is by Jenny Cruz 23, and she assumes you and Jonathan are having a baby. Oh, we're not having a baby, guys. We have talked about this in so many of my videos, of our videos together, even our podcast, saying that we don't plan on having babies till we're like 30. Li_DIaX assumes Jonathan is most definitely still a machista. He actually is not. He used to be, and we've talked about this a lot too, but he is not a machista anymore. He changed. This is so freaking good. Areli Mabel assumes you're the mom in the group. I definitely think I used to be. Maybe I still am, because I'm a very I get nervous when we do a lot of things, like when we drink. I like to make sure no one's driving home drunk, and like just all of these things. So I guess you could say that I'm kind of the mom of the group, but I used to have that personality trait way before I started drinking. I used to definitely be. Right now, I don't think I am as much, but you could say so. Sulema_Velasquez assumes that Jonathan took your V card. Yes, actually you are correct. Jonathan did take my V card. I gave him my V card. Kimberly.3052 assumes that I love drinking. So I was actually rewatching my assumptions video from last year, and you guys assumed that I drank on the low but never showed it on the internet. which was not true. I actually used to not drink. I started drinking on the day of my 21st birthday last year, and that's when I found my go-to shot, which is a green tea shot. And then I fell in love with the twisted margarita from Buffalo Wild Wings. And then now, present time, I like to drink. I wouldn't say, okay, I do get this is kind of a realization that I'm an alcoholic. Just kidding. But actually, we've been drinking very often, which I wouldn't say is great. But I definitely like to drink now, and I found my perfect drinks, which is why I used to hate to drink back then, because I just didn't like the taste of it. But then I found my drinks, and now I like the taste of it, and now I don't mind getting a little tipsy, a little turned. And also, when I found out that when you are drunk at a baile, your feet don't hurt, like your heels don't bother you. When I found that out, I was like, what have I been missing out on, seriously? Another assumption is that you don't want kids. That is false. I do want kids, just nowhere near the future, not anytime soon, maybe in 10 years. Rachel Herrera assumes that Jonathan is still toxic. Honestly, he is not toxic at all anymore. If you guys have listened to our podcast, Philippines podcast, here on YouTube, on Spotify, Apple Podcast, you would have heard all our toxicity story times and like a few of the moments in our time when we were toxic, because we used to be in a very toxic relationship. But he's not anymore. I promise you that if he was, we would not be together anymore, and we would most certainly not be married. 13_FYB13 assumes that you would be friends with a subscriber. Of course, I actually talk to a lot of my subscribers regularly, and then I have become really close friends with a subscriber. I met her at a baile, and we have been close since then. Fabiola.dgz assumes that you are super close to your family and you don't have a toxic family. I would say that I'm super close to my mom and my sisters, and I wouldn't say I have like the most toxic family, but we definitely have our problems, but we're definitely not like the closest family by any means. My sushi just got like completely destroyed. Don't look at me. Nayeli Barbosa assumes that you're getting tired of doing Bella El Sábado every weekend. I actually am not getting tired of doing it every weekend, but it does take a toll on my body, and I feel like we have been drinking a lot more often, which isn't very good. I think our neighbors hate us, but I'm definitely not tired. I love it. I just wish we could go to a baile, because that's where my Bella El Sábado originated from, going to a baile. So it's a little upsetting, but it's super fun. Like, having our friends over is so fun, and like playing games and vlogging it all and then watching it over in the morning. Crazy and super, super fun. Never tried this roll before. Let's try it. It's definitely drizzled in mayonnaise. I did not know that. If I eat another piece, I'm going to throw up. If you know, you know. Johnny1997 assumes that you let Jonathan treat you however he wants. Wrongo, I don't. I think that's where like the machismo comes in, like when the guy tells you what to do, what to wear, when they treat you however they want, they don't let you go out with your friends, things like that. No, I grew into a very independent woman, I would think, and Jonathan grew into a very independent man, and he just grew out of his machista phase. And we learned together how we work in our relationship. So no, I don't let him treat me however he wants. We both have our boundaries. And then he also assumed that you and Jonathan fight a lot. We don't fight a lot. We argue about the stupidest things, like who feeds Ozo, who takes Ozo out, why do I let Ozo on the bed. Like, we argue about things that came with living together and being married, but we don't fight about like big things that he does or that I do or that aren't working out. I think we've grew into a very mature relationship. Marlene _2003 assumes that you don't have a good relationship with your dad. I also got this assumption in my other video, and I just said that, well, I'm best friends with my mom and definitely not best friends with my dad. But since moving out, I honestly have a much better relationship with my dad. I wouldn't say it's the best, but it's better than what it used to be. But I mean, I'm still best friends with my mom, not very close to my dad, but we have a much better relationship. Like, I don't know, I think moving out really was such a good thing. And if you're thinking of moving out and you're ready, do it, girl. And I was scared to move out and like leave my mom and my sisters and just like be out of the house, but it was the best thing I did, honestly, because our relationship is like this now. Serenity Arlia assumes your relationship was toxic for a while before getting married. Yes, if you guys are new and you don't really know like the story behind Jonathan and I, our relationship was so toxic. It wasn't toxic for like the first 2 years of our relationship. We've been together for how long? 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. For 6 years already. So the first like 2.5 years of relationship were very toxic. It was our like high school years, and then slowly but surely our relationship got less and less toxic, and then it was not toxic at all, and then we got married. So that's how that story goes. Ya se me salió el moco. Hannah Valen _ assumes that you take a lot of time with self-care. I wouldn't say so. Like, I didn't shave my legs for a couple weeks. I have not gotten my eyebrows done in like 5 months, ever since I shaved them off. If you remember that drastic time in my life, I haven't gotten them done because they've been growing out, but now like exageré, ya me pasé de que letting them grow out. I just got my nails done because I've been doing softball, and softball ended for like a couple weeks before our fall season starts. We got first place, by the way. So I just got my nails done. My toes, oh my god, my toes were so disgusting and ugly, and my big toenail was broken off. Sorry if this is grossing you out, but I got a pedicure. But yeah, guys, I don't take a lot of time with self-care, honestly. I feel like that is kind of the least of my priorities, but these are so addicting. They're so bad for me, but they're so good. Like, I'm out of breath because I'm so spiced out, but they're too good. I just have to keep eating them. I'm drinking my soda. Rosa assumes you still hold grudges against Jonathan for everything he made you go through before. For a while, I did. I used to always throw it in his face. I'd be like, well, you've done this and this and this, and I would throw it in his face and hold grudges, but I realized that that was only hurting me and hurting the relationship, so I let go. Holy shit, I can't even think. I'm so spiced out. Oh god, let me eat this sushi and see if my spiciness goes away. Oh no. Please don't get mad at me for using my fingers. Okay, back to what I was saying. Yeah, I just don't hold grudges anymore. It hurts you mentally and the relationship. It's never gonna get better. So either you forgive and forget, or you're gonna be miserable for the rest of your life, and your relationship is never going to work or be a good relationship. I had to learn that as well. We both learned that, and when we both let go of the grudges, forgave everything, because we still wanted to be together and we still wanted to make it work and get married. We just had to let go completely of everything that had happened in the past, like when we got hurt and all of that, when our relationship was toxic. And then after that, like, our relationship just kind of flourished, and then that's when we got married. We just turned a year of being engaged on August 18th, and then on September 6th will be 1 year of being married. Oh my god, I can't do this. It's because they're telling me to stop. Okay, the last assumption I will be answering is this one. You are fortunate enough to not have to work other than to do social media. And yes, I am so fortunate. I'm so blessed and so thankful and grateful for you guys for making this platform my full-time job, for loving me and showing me so much support consistently on YouTube and Instagram and Twitter and TikTok. I am just so blessed by you guys. So thank you watching this video, because without you this wouldn't be possible and I wouldn't even get sponsors and my job would not be YouTube, and there's just so many things that I would not have been able to do if it wasn't for you watching this video. So I think that's where I'm going to end it. Honestly, I'm probably gonna eat the rest of this right now, except for this one because I have mayonnaise. But I just need to take a break because my lips are on fire and so is my mouth. And when I go to the restroom, you know what else is going to be on fire, if you know what I mean. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Thank you for sending in some assumptions. I'm sorry I couldn't get to all of them, but if you guys want me to make another one or whatever you guys want me to film, leave it down in the comments. And yes, once again, thank you so much to ExpressVPN for sponsoring this video. If you guys want to stop being watched by the government, or if you simply just don't want anybody to know what you're searching on the internet or your location, or you simply don't want to get hacked ever, go ahead and find out how you can get 3 months free of ExpressVPN by clicking the link in the description, which is expressvpn.com/blancaj. I love you so much. I appreciate you so much, and I will see you in my next video. But until then, please always remember, God goes growing and growing.
Got the cash double like it's in and out. Got a blast Jimmy Neutron till we slipping out. Going stupid in the car and we drifting out. Homies in the trunk and we bobbing as we flipping out. Hey, going fast now we lane switch. We ain't that